Lani akamda afari bimastaruni dirrasande afari dirrasande afanu bellu chardoni.
We are part of Trikkeballakke, which is an Italian folk music and dance group that is based in Exeter. Trikkeballakke brings the sacred Tamuriata and profane traditions of southern Italy to the southwest of England. With a repertoire that covers a variety of modern and traditional folk sounds and dances, Trikkeballakke offers more than a music show. Both Tamuriata from Campania and Pizzica from Puglia are in fact centuries-old rituals based on the power of the community and in which no distance exists between the musicians and their audience.
Hi, I'm Fabio.
And I'm Juan.
Yeah, so we're two members of Trikkeballakke and we're gonna talk a bit about ourselves.
Yeah, my instrument is a classical Spanish instrument that is called bandurria. Bandurria is from the family of the lute. It has 12 strings, as you can see, 12 double strings, and it's tuned in fives. Yeah, so it's very similar to the lute. The sound is very mellow. It's also similar to the mandolin. So I thought it was a good match for this band because in Italian music, mandolins are an important part of the music.
You know, joining Trikkeballakke was also an opportunity to approach, acoustic instruments. So for instance, for a while I've been playing an acoustic guitar borrowed from Stefano, and then I decided to buy my own classical guitar actually. And so yeah, I added this nylon sound to the band. And now I can enjoy more to also, easy harmonies, which are easy just in the surface because there's a word inside it made of emotions so also this switch into another way about playing and think about music has been very important to me, and probably even more important, I really like you guys in the band because you're really all friendly people and I really enjoy spending time with you. So this is probably the most important aspect.
Yeah, I agree. It's quite an important aspect, having fun when we meet together.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
Much better there.
Yeah, it was good.
Hi, hello everyone. So we got Joel Siegel with us.
Hello.
Our precious violin player. So the most amazing thing, we have talked about this a lot of times, Joel, is the connection between the music. It's like all over the world there is some kind of link in folk music that you are really interested in.
Well, especially I suppose in Europe, playing also some music that's Romanian, sort of Roma, Jewish, which is klezmer, and even the British, Irish, Scottish, and English. You realise that there must have been what you would call a proto-music in Europe, and then as soon as I got involved in playing Italian music, I mean a lot of things sort of that's in some of the southern Italian music that we play, you can hear the links between the Sephardic music and Arabic music and Greek music and Turkish music, and of course Gypsy music and Spanish music. It's all there. There's a lot of not all of it is similar, but there are some things that are quite similar running through some of the pieces that we do.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's the beauty of it, I think, somehow.
Hello everyone, I am Carlo.
And I'm Pete.
So how did you find the music itself? So did you like it, or since it was new for you?
Yeah, it's absolutely new for me, and I was intrigued because at first it's just sounded like some sort of folkloric sort of music, not too dissimilar from some of the English folk. But the more I listened to it, I realised it had interesting beats behind it, which is obviously fascinating to me, and particularly I liked the evidence of some sort of North African influence on the music, and that's something which has always fascinated me, and I love to lock into that. Well, I like very much the fact that it's a very friendly band. It's sort of quite multicultural, despite the fact that it's got that strong Italian vibe. But also, I really like the fact that it's got a dancing element to it as well. And I've always enjoyed playing percussion to dancers. I feel that you get that as sort of immediate feedback, which is always very useful.
Yeah, actually, your point was very good, because this music is actually for the dance. So we play for the dancer, and this is important. I am very passionate about music, and as you, I became interested in percussion. Yeah, and since I come from the south of Italy, so from that part where this music is spread, it was quite natural for me to become interested into that. It's a way to be still connected to my root, in a way. So and actually finding be able to find this kind of music even in the UK, in England, was actually very nice for me, and yeah, it's a sort to be still connected with my origins, which of course will be always with me.
Bella figliola cade, chiammi rosa. Bella figliola cade, chiammi rosa. Che bello nome mamma, che bello nome mamma, che bello nome mamma. Today we are going to have a chat between me, Valentina Todino, and Giorgia Ciampi.
Hi.
I've been with Trikkeballakke since the start, and in fact it was me and Ilaria, which is the dancer. We both felt the need to join forces and to do some Italian music and dance in Exeter. We wanted to do something together to bring back the spirit that we were both missing at some point. So yeah, we decided to talk to other musician friends, and we created a band. We are inspired in the music and in the dance. We have a lot of influences from different parts of the world. Our folk tradition is enriched with Greek, Spanish, Arab, Byzantine, and is a reminder that the Mediterranean can unite people instead of dividing them. So another thing that is really important, it was important to us from the start, was a strong message of union instead of division. Yeah. I come from, well, I grew up near Rome, but originally my family is from Campania, as you can see from the Vesuvio. um, yeah, therefore I spent, well, mainly the summer months. I used to spend them in Campania with family and friends, cousins, everybody. But also, you know, during winter, every festivity we'll go down and see the family in Campania. My grandmother was always telling me fairy tales and stories from the tradition of the area, which is Benevento and Avellino especially. And there's a lot of fairy tales and folk stories that we bring, and also the music, because they used to be peasants, so they used to work in the field, and therefore when we would go there, especially I remember in winter, we would sit at the fire, and between eating the chestnuts, they would even tell a story or they would sing a little song. So I always had this, some of the songs, I don't even remember them, but I know that the rhythm is still there.
Do you think the music helped you open up and
Definitely.
express? Yeah.
It was like a realization that actually I can say something, you know. Yeah. I can express a lot of stuff through the music, so through the singing in particular, which is what I got into. And it's been a good way, as I was saying before, to get back to some of the traditions that are important to me. Somehow they make me feel supported by my ancestors almost. You know, there's something in it that is very ritual and ancient. So yeah.
Part of the reason that I'm really attracted to the work that the Trikkeballakke does is because it's a chance to come in contact with these sounds, these movements, these gestures, these stories that are somehow part of where I come from. So it's kind of the feeling of rediscovering something that should be there somewhere, but not on a conscious level. It's not a closed group with its routine, and it's very open, and it allows for the music to be a ground of encounter where people can encounter each other. I think that's what's great about it. Colgo la rosa e lascio star la foglia, ho tanta voglia di far conti all'amor. Colgo la rosa e lascio star la foglia, ho tanta voglia di far conti all'amor.
Bella. Nice.
Today we are with Ilaria, and hi Ilaria. Ilaria, tell us a bit about yourself. What a bit of your background, a bit of your story, if you want, about your relation with music, yeah, or dance even.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. My relationship with dance, I would say, because I'm not a musician, and yeah, I'm a very bad musician. But I've been dancing for almost 20 years, part-time, because it's not my main profession, and I've been dancing more Oriental dance, and now I'm doing more folkloric Egyptian dance. And I think 5 or 6 years ago, I started dancing Southern Italian folk dance, so everything related to tarantella. But the majority of my students are English, and yeah, so I just brought the Italian folk to Devon. I've been living abroad for quite a long time, and I wanted to get back in contact with my roots. And for me, the best thing to do it was bringing some dance. And dancing for me is not just dancing. It's about expressing yourself and through your body, expressing the music, and be in a connection with musicians and the music. The first ever time I had of pizzica in particular, pizzica was when I was at uni a long time ago, and so it was 20 years ago, and there was so long time ago. It was the first time I got in contact with this kind of dance, and I didn't know anything about it, but was in the 90s. Well, a bit later than that, and there was this the tarantella, in particular from Puglia and the south of Puglia, was flourishing again, and it was and you probably know that, and it was really it was becoming quite political as well. So, but I didn't know much about it. I was dancing it with friends, but I didn't know much about it. And 20 years down the line, I got really into it. Trikkeballakke originates from an idea, Valentina's idea and my idea. So Valentina is the main singer of Trikkeballakke, and we just bump into each other, and we started talking about our interest in Italian culture and bringing something to into the community at the time was, and obviously Valentina was bringing vocals, she's a singer, and I was bringing the dance side of things, and we needed to recruit some instrumentalists and musicians, and you all came along.
Then the public, the people, when they see you dancing, they feel more involved because you are closer to the public than musicians. So you are a sort of connection between us and the public. So did you feel that?
Yes, indeed. I mean, it's this dance can be very sometimes internalized, so you can really dance and connect with the music itself. So almost trance. I get into a trance sometimes, but then you get the adrenaline from the audience and the connection with the audience and people, and the love that people spread when people are happy, and because this is it's very upbeat music, and people get even if the lyrics is not understood, it doesn't matter. People get really, really happy and excited, and that's really nice to see. My dream would be to, first of all, obviously, doing more gigs in pubs is always really, really nice. It's exciting and it's fantastic. It's fabulous. Dancing and playing and performing in a bigger stage, bigger festivals. That's what I would hope so. But also performing in a theatre.
Yeah. I think we already talked about that, and that would be my dream as well.
Hello everyone.
Hello there.
We are Francesco.
Stefano from Trikkeballakke.
From Trikkeballakke band. We bring Italian folkloric tradition here in Devon. I think for the first time, perhaps. So I would just like to start straight away with a question for Stefano. Stefano, you're from Florence.
I'm from Florence, which is in center north of Italy.
So obviously this tradition is not from your part of Italy, and as maybe someone already knows, Italy has very localized histories and traditions. So how do you relate to this kind of repertoire? How did you get into it?
Yeah, so I started getting in touch with this kind of music since I joined the group, which was born after the Italian Association in Exeter. We decided to do something for the wider community and so that we could improve the knowledge about the Italian culture with the local community.
This is it combines what we're trying to do as well, which is bridging the gap between more traditional forms of folkloric music and also modern adaptations and versions and arrangements to these songs. For me, I come from Apulia, which is the south of Italy. It's the heel of the boot, and I never played this music before, even though it's very much in the social fabric of my region. And I'm very grateful to Stefano and Valentina for initiating this project, because I never thought I would be on a stage bringing such an interesting project, especially here in the UK, to a foreign audience, which I have to say has been very have participated a lot in our gigs and in our events. So yeah, this is a great opportunity for me and for other people and for our audience, I think, to really engage with something new, something that hadn't been done before. Lani akamde afari bimastaruni dirrasande afari dirrasande afanu bellu chardoni no bello chardoni dirrasande afanu bellu chardoni dornilli pintornille andornelli pintornille dornilli pintornille annamurare. Thank you, and I hope we both hope to see you again very soon in person, not only from a screen. And now, yeah, bye bye. Keep the music going. Ciao ciao.
O re lu passariello in talavena, o re lu passariello in talavena, se non lo va parà, se non lo va parà, se non lo va parà, tutta la vena si mangerà.